We are going to make some beads now. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to backfill and to do some antiquing methods. Backfilling is when you have an impression in the bead or whatever surface you're doing, and then you actually fill it in with something. You backfill it in with something. The three different things we're going to use today are a grout, like as if we were doing a mosaic, that I will actually make from polymer clay. That's this one. Acrylic paint. And this is a product called Rub and Buff. It's like a wax finish to antique anything. You can do wood or anything, and we just happen to have to use it on polymer. So I will show you how I made the beads, how I got the lines and the carving in there, and then I will show you how to backfill. So, first thing we're going to do is I'm going to make a couple more beads here. I'm going to make a brown one. I always start off my beads with a nice round ball, making sure that it's nice and smooth to begin with. And then these are I just kind of flatten them. You can do it with your finger, you can press down with another surface. I'm going to start to press it down with my finger. And I'm actually going to take this little rubber impression thing I have here and use that, putting a little bit of water on it just as a release agent so that the clay doesn't stick to the mold here. So I'm just going to actually fold it over. And I'm doing it on the flat side so I can just not get an impression. I just want a flat surface. And that's a little rounded here, so I'm going to turn it over and do it again. Just flip it so you have both sides nice and flat. All right, and I'm going to put that aside, and we're going to carve that in a minute. I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to take my dark red. Again, I'm going to roll a nice round ball. Press it a little bit. This really shows you the difference in some clays. This is much, much softer to work with than this one. It just depends on how long your clay's been sitting on your shelf. So that's kind of the basic shape I want. Again, I'm going to put a little bit of water as a release agent on my mat. This is a nice deep texture mat. You can use a spray bottle to do that, or just dampen it a little bit. So I'm going to put that down and again fold it over. And that should both flatten it and give me the nice impression at the same time. There you go. On both sides. You could just do it on one side, but since I do want the design on both, that's why I'm folding it over. So there's our impression. You can use rubber stamps, anything. The deeper the impression, the easier it's going to be to backfill. So keep that in mind when you're looking for some pattern. So that's how we do that one. All right. I have a couple of those baked up too. Let's show you how to carve first. This is the one that's carved. These were used with the mold here. This one was I actually carved the design. You can do a much more intricate design. I was just doing lines to show you how to do it. So I have a carving tool. It's actually made for this. This is a tool that a friend of mine gave me. It's a linoleum cutter that she just embedded in a clay handle. They both have the same little scoop to carve. You can carve baked clay or raw clay, and there's a little bit of a difference. Let's do the baked one first. Here, that's the baked one. Hold on to the bead tightly. And try not to hold it like this, because we really don't want you to aim this pointy blade right into your finger. So try and hold it off to the side. And we're just going to try and make one nice straight line all the way across. Don't want to dig too deep. We're just kind of digging parallel to the surface. Brush those aside, see where you're going. Get back in the channel. And take it across. Let's see, I'll do another one here. If you don't quite cross in the middle, you can just say, meant to be off center. I like being asymmetrical. But I don't have to, because that's pretty good. I'm going to cross here. success. I have my basic lines in there and I didn't go into my finger. If you want to make sure the channel is pretty consistently deep. So no problem going back and carving a little more at the end. You want to make it nice and deep. And then for this design, I just added a couple extra little lines in there. You can do whatever you want. Like that. All right, so that's basic carving on a baked bead.